Hello, my lovely students. My name is Mary Glasspole and I'm your English language tutor for this lesson. We're going to look at a sample 13 plus exam paper. And this exam paper is based on a book by Susan Hill called The Woman in Black. Now, I've already made two videos, one which covers question 1 and one which covers question 2. So if you go to my channel, then you will be able to find them. In this video, we're going to look at exam question number 3. This question asks you, what impression do we get of something? And students often ask me, well, what does that mean? What does what impression of something actually mean? And the answer is that it means what thoughts or feelings do we get when we read a particular part of the text? Now that might be, what impression do we get of a person? Or what impression do we get of a place? What feelings or thoughts are conjured up in our mind when we read about them? Now let's go over to the exam question and I'll give you a chance to answer it for yourself. As you can see, it asks you to analyse lines 16 to 34. So it's highly recommended that you draw a box around the lines that you're allowed to use to prevent yourself from looking at any other part of the text and thereby making a mistake. What impression do we get of Eel Marsh? Now this source is from The Woman in Black, and so Eel Marsh is a place. A marsh, for those of you that don't know, is a low, wet, flat land. This question is worth 4 marks, and it's highly recommended that you use the PED method: point, evidence, explanation, develop. And you have 4 minutes to answer. You should divide your exam paper up into approximately 1 minute per question. And so that gives you 4 minutes to answer a question like this. Now let's go over to the exam source and I'll give you an opportunity to read it. The exam source is on 2 pages, so I'll go over to the second page in a moment. I've put a link to the source in the description of the video, so if this is not the most convenient way for you to read it, you can go to my website and download both the exam paper and the exam source. You can pause this video and I'll give you 4 minutes to answer the question. Then come back to me and we'll go through the sample answer together. I've chosen to take my answer from lines 34 and 35, and I've drawn a box around the source so that I don't accidentally look at the wrong part of the text. This part of the text, the narrator describes how the line, which is in fact a narrow track, leads directly ahead as if into the estuary itself. Now we are asked, what impression do we get of the marshes? So what I decided to say was that the marshes are dangerous. If the estuary seems like it's blending into this causeway, this pathway, then it could be very easy for the characters to fall into the marshes. So that's the idea I decided to go with. The marshes are dangerous. All right, let's go over to the exam paper and we will write down a sample answer. All right, here we are, and I have embedded my quote into my point sentence. The narrator sees a narrow track leading directly ahead as if into the estuary itself. And the use of the simile creates an illusion that the marshes are perilous as the causeway seems to disappear right into the inlet. So I've identified the literary technique that's been used, and that is the simile. Then I've concluded with the D stage of PED, and I've said that the description of the place hints that something unfortunate may happen to the characters. So I've analysed the effect of the impression that we get of Eel Marsh on the characters. So if you can do it like that in the 13+ exam, then you're on track to get the top marks. I hope you found this video useful and that you'll join me again for question number 4. If you are about to take the 13+ exam, or you've just taken it, then good luck, and I hope you get the results that you're looking for. My name is Mary Glasspool, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.